Bootstrap 5 alpha version is released. Today we're going to be looking at what's new and what are the changes added into Bootstrap 5. Let's get started. The Bootstrap team has released their new Bootstrap 5 alpha version. This is not a Bootstrap 5 final version, it is just an alpha release. So I don't recommend to use this Bootstrap 5 alpha version on your big projects. Go to the v5.getbootstrap.com. The first impression is the website look. They have changed the website look and improved the documentations. The best thing is the Bootstrap new logo design. Personally, I love it. This new logo is much better and looks perfect than the previous logo. Cool, right? The major thing coming with Bootstrap 5 is finally they have dropped the jQuery. Now Bootstrap scripts are completely written only using JavaScript. Rising of the JavaScript frameworks such as Angular, React, Vue.js or Ember.js, most of the web developers dropped jQuery. In Bootstrap 4 and previous versions used jQuery. Because of this, most of developers moved on from Bootstrap. So now dropping the jQuery from Bootstrap 5, I am pretty sure this will be a big happy news among web developers. Bootstrap 5 dropped Internet Explorer support, which means Bootstrap 5 is not going to care about the Internet Explorer capability anymore. Thanks to this dropping support to IE browser, now Bootstrap 5 is coming with CSS custom properties. In Bootstrap 4, they only include some CSS root variables for colors and fonts. Now in Bootstrap 5 alpha version, they have included some CSS custom properties for components and layouts. For example, look at this table components CSS properties. As you can see here, now we can customize these all properties of a Bootstrap 5 table component. Let me show you an example. First create a project folder wherever you want and open it inside the VS Code. Now go to this v5.getbootstrap.com. We can get the new Bootstrap 5 alpha library from here. We can use the Bootstrap CDN, but I want to show some customizations. With CDN, actually we can't do modifications. For that, we have to download the source of the Bootstrap 5 framework. We can download it from here, or we can use the npm to install Bootstrap 5 on our project. In order to work with a Node package manager, first we have to install Node.js on our computer. Those who have not installed Node.js on your computers, just go to this nodejs.org website and download this recommended version and simply install it on your computer. Now open the integrated terminal inside the VS Code. First we have to create the package.json file. For that, run this command npm init-y and hit enter. This will create this package.json file. After this, run this command to install Bootstrap. npm install bootstrap at 5.o.o-alpha and hit enter. Once it completed, we can see this node modules folder, and inside that we can see the Bootstrap folder. Inside this Bootstrap folder, we can see this dist folder. Inside that we can find the compiled CSS and JavaScript files. If you guys don't want to do any major customizations, then you guys can use this compiled CSS file. We can see down here we have another folder called SCSS. This is where we can find all of the Bootstrap 5 CSS styles. This is written in a SCSS. If maybe any of you don't know about this SCSS, just watch this video and understand what's going on with new Bootstrap 5 version. This is just an alpha version. This is not a stable version. Some of these styles can be changed with future updates, so don't get worried too much. Once Bootstrap team released the major and stable version of this Bootstrap 5, I will bring you a complete guide about Bootstrap 5. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. So we are going to work with SCSS. So make sure to download and install Live Sass compiler plugin to the VS Code. After installed the plugin, go to the settings and search for the Live Sass compiler and click this edit in settings.json and add these configurations. Save the settings JSON file and close it. Now create a SCSS folder and create the main.scss file. Inside this SCSS file, import the Bootstrap. At import, Bootstrap SCSS file is inside this node modules folder. Inside quotes /node_modules /bootstrap /scss /bootstrap.scss. Save this file. Now compile this SCSS to CSS using the Live Sass compiler. Click this little icon Watch Sass bottom of the VS Code. This is compiled successfully. Now we can see here CSS folder. Inside that we can find our compiled main CSS file. Open it. Inside that we can find the all compiled Bootstrap CSS codes. Now create the index.html file and add the basic HTML5 markup structure. Change the title to Bootstrap 5 Alpha. Alright, now link the CSS file to this index.html file. Link and path will be css/main.css. Alright, as I mentioned before, now we can customize components using CSS customized properties. Go to the documentation, select the content and open this table section. Copy this table code and paste it inside of a container div. Save this file and I am going to run this index.html file using the live server. Right click and open with live server. Now we can see this default Bootstrap 5 table. If I want to add a background color, now we can do that by using CSS properties. Inside this main.scss file, if you want, you can write these SCSS styles inside of another SCSS file. I am just adding this SCSS inside the same file because this is just an example. .table and scope. Inside that we can change the background color using CSS property called --bs -table-bg. The color will be something, for now just add this aqua color. Save this and back to the browser. As we can see here that table background color changed to this aqua color. Likewise, we can customize these all properties. Next, in Bootstrap 5, they have improved the customization document. As you can see here, now this customization document has separate sections for Sass, options, colors, etc. In Bootstrap 4, there is no detailed documentation for customization like this. Another major update of Bootstrap 5 is colors. In Bootstrap 4 and previous, we got only these color set primary, secondary, success and danger. Likewise. But in Bootstrap 5, we have these main colors as well as this theme palette. As we can see here, this palette has lots of different colors. In my opinion, this is a huge step for Bootstrap. I'll show you a quick example for this. After this table, create some buttons for primary, danger, success and info. And also create some h1 tags for this all. Save it and back to the browser. These are the default color theme for this primary, danger, success and info. Think if we need something different color theme before Bootstrap 5, we can do this, but it's not easy. We have to write lots of styles for this. In Bootstrap 5, we can do this easily by changing the color variables. We can get different color palettes on this website colorhunt.co. Let's choose this color palette. For primary color, copy this color. Inside the main SCSS file, before this Bootstrap import, $primary. This is the variable for primary color in Bootstrap. Assign that color to copied color. Now add the color for danger, $danger. Select this color for danger and paste it inside the main.scss file. Likewise, do the same for both success and info. Save this. As I mentioned before, we can put these variables inside of another CSS file, but this is just an example. That's why I added these variables inside the same SCSS file. Back to the browser. Beautiful, right? We just only change the variables. We didn't write any CSS styles. Without doing much, we can change color themes from Bootstrap 5. This is the beauty of new Bootstrap 5. These colors are not only applied to the buttons. As you can see here, these colors are applied to the h1 tags also. This is how we can easily customize theme colors in Bootstrap 5. Next, they have improved the forms documentation. Like customization document, we can get full detailed documentation for Bootstrap forms. And also in Bootstrap 5, they have redesigned the checkbox, radio button and also the switch component. Next, another big thing is Bootstrap 5 Utility API. With this, we can create our own utilities without any problem. Let me show you a quick example. These buttons have default paddings, but still I want to add more padding to this button. We can create our own padding utility classes using this API. Back to the VS Code. Inside this main.scss file, add these SCSS codes. $utilities and colon, open and close brackets, then add this default. Next, again $utilities, colon, map dash merge and open and close a bracket. Inside these brackets, button dash padding inside quotes, again open and close brackets. Inside this bracket, property. We are about to change padding, so give padding next class. We can create our own class. So I am giving BP for this. Next, pass the values. First one is 0. Value is 0. As a first value, I will give 10 pixels. You can give any units for this, not only these pixels. You can use rem, m or anything that you want. But I used pixels so you guys won't get confused, right? Likewise, I gave 5 values for this from 10 to 50 pixels. Save this and add this utility class for this primary button bp-3. This third value 30 pixel. Save this and back to the browser. Awesome, right? Now we can see this button is larger than other buttons, which means this 30 pixel padding is applied to this button. I really love this feature. Sometimes this can be changed with next release or maybe remain as same like this. Just keep this in your mind. In Bootstrap 5, we will get utility API to customize or to create our own utility classes. Next change is they have enhanced the grid system in Bootstrap 5. They have added new grid tier XXL. Now in Bootstrap 5, we have this new col-XXL or the extra large grid system. .gutter classes have been replaced with .g utilities like g-1, g-2, g-3, g-5. Likewise, vertical spacing classes have been added, and also columns are no longer position relative by default. These are the noticeable changes in a Bootstrap 5 grid system. The last but not least, Bootstrap 5 is coming with new SVG icons set. You can find the full details about these icons from this website, icons.getbootstrap.com. This is it guys. Once again I am telling you this Bootstrap 5 is still in alpha version. So don't use this on your big projects. Some of these can be changed with a future release. I will definitely give you a full tutorial about Bootstrap 5 when the final version of the Bootstrap 5 is released. Thanks for watching guys. We'll meet with another awesome video like this. Until then, learn smart, not hard.